Hi everybody, Steve Griffiths here, developer of the MTPredictor software program. Today I'd like to take a look at how the US E-minis unfolded yesterday. That was May the 16th. So this is May the 16th. A couple of markets we'd like to look at. First of all, this is a 3-minute chart of the NQ, and you can see here we are at 11:06. We had a lovely TS3 sell. This was a standard MTPredictor sell trade setup because we were on a red STF, so all standard traders could have taken this. Let's now place some analysis on. To do this, we right mouse click, select automatic setup, click on the color reversal bar which is there, and here you can see our automatic analysis is placed on the chart. At the first target, the profit would have been a very nice 3.9R. Remember, we calculate profit in risk units in terms of profit in relation to the initial risk that's required to take the trade. And this is controlled by using correct position sizing on your current account and percentage risk. So here we are, even at the first target, this would have been a nice plus 3.9R profit. If you look here, this is where the market just touched the first target. The STF was just a fraction below the strength band. So like I say, even at the first target, that would have been a nice plus 3.9R profit. Let's have a look at another one of the ESE minis. This is the YM on a 3-minute chart. No automatic setups there. However, what we were looking at in our training in our MTPredictor training webinar the day before was actually a long trade off this low here because it was a gap open. But what I also want to show is if we do chart data and advanced chart analysis, we put our DP on from this prior swing high. In the webinar, I was mentioning that the market actually got up into this level. You can see here. So I was actually asking whether this was going to be a good resistance level, and as such could possibly be the high of the day. Remember, I was talking about this at the time in our training webinar. Well, look what happened. There we are. Yes, indeed, this DP nailed the high of the day, as you can see here, absolutely perfectly. So this shows the power of some of the more manual tools in the software to be able to nail highs like this. Absolutely brilliant. So here you are. This level was on the chart in advance that nailed the high of the day for you on the YM. Let's have a look at the Russell Index. Again, a very quiet day on the Russell Index. The only thing here was the DP from the last swing down to the low, and guess what? Just like the YM, nailed the very high of the day for you. So again, important information for you to know to be able to have levels on your chart in advance that can nail turns this accurately. Let's have a look at the ES. And again, guess what? In our training webinar yesterday, we had the DP off this prior high on our charts, and there we are, yet again, nailed the very high of the day for you. So again, these were placed on our charts before the market even got there. In other words, they were leading indicators, and as such, you're prepared for this resistance zone in advance before it even got there. Let's have a look now at the rest of the ES. Well, the market came down here, gave us a TS1 buy setup on a black STF. So this would have been a valid setup, and as you can see, the market just got up to the 100% initial risk level, which is here. So if you were a little unsure of this trade, you could have then bought your stop to break even, and as such be stopped out for a break even trade. But let's assume that you didn't, and let's count this as a minus 1R loss. Remember, we were up 3.9R from the NQ trade, so let's take minus 1R here. We come down to a TS3 buy setup, but this is against a red STF, so standard traders would have avoided it, as is this DP buy here against a red STF, so you would have avoided it. But you can all see we had this TS3 sell in between, so let's put the analysis on, select automatic setup. I'm going to click on this first bar because this was a history triangle. Now the only reason we have history triangle here is because these two bars were double tops. So we can place the analysis on this history triangle, and as you can see, the market came down here, took us in, never stopped us out before going straight down to the first target, which it hit very nicely about here. SGF was clearly weak, therefore we come out at the first projected target for a nice plus 3.6R. So overall it was a very good day on the 4 USE minis. So on the ES we nailed the high of the day, which is always good, had a minus 1R loss, avoided a couple of other trades because they were against the large degree trend, but banked a plus 3.6R. So that's plus 2.6R on the ES. As we've already seen, even at the first target on the NQ, a nice plus 3.9R. So 2.6 plus 3.9 equals 6.5R. Remember, we tend to suggest 1 or 2% risk per unit, so that could have been a 6.5 or a basic 13% return on your account just on those trades. Again, back to the YM. Here we nailed the high of the day, and back to the Russell Index, again nailing the high of the day. So overall, MTPredictor had a very good day on the USE minis yesterday, not just on some of the more advanced tools like our DP here, but also on some of our automatic setups, giving us some nice profitable trades. So overall, a very good day using MTPredictor on the 4 USE minis on 3-minute charts yesterday.